Hi, it's Rob. Okay, so image training course, second last video. This is my method, and I'm going to explain to you what I do and why. Now, remember, let's do full screen for now. I've gone to a lot of trouble in this course to tell you of other places who use PowerPoints and picto charts and Canvas and all of that. Okay, yeah, where to get free images, etc., etc. But in truth, it's pretty simple actually. So this video I'm going to show you, or just run through what I do. Okay, and then the next video I'm actually going to just do an example. Okay, so my methods work like this. I plan the image. Normally I plan it site-wide. In other words, I decide on what I'm going to need a bunch of images for. So let's say, for example, with fibromyalgia, which, by the way, how do you get images for fibromyalgia? So I then get them all together. If I search for fibromyalgia and I don't find pictures, then I'll search for words like pain, and I'll search for words like hot water bottle, hot tub, because those are things where people do use them for fibromyalgia. Okay, so an easier example would be my print-on-demand site that focuses on Boston Terriers. So let me use the Boston Terrier as an example, and know that if sometimes you're going to have gremlins with your choice of website. So I'm going to stick for now on the My Method video on an easy one. Okay, so I would then look up Boston Terriers, and I would go through all of the free places up here, finding free images, and I would download all of the Boston Terrier images that I liked. Okay, and if I've done my job right, it'll be anywhere between 20 and 100 images. Okay. Remember this, with my Boston Terrier website, I plan to rank it. Even though I'm selling Boston Terrier print-on-demand products, I don't necessarily presume that people are going to find me every single time in the competition end of Boston Terriers. Remember, the competition end is the gifts where people are making money. So, and that's the end I'm in. So in other words, I don't necessarily expect people to find me when they search for Boston Terrier t-shirt ideas, or where to buy Boston Terrier t-shirts. So I understand that I must also go sideways, and this is where I believe that I can teach you good things, and it does work. So instead, I will go out there and rank for everything related to Boston Terrier topics, so that people that weren't looking for a Boston Terrier printed cushion, but their Boston Terrier's got that red eye sickness or pink eye, whatever they call it, they're in a panic and they're looking it up. So they go onto Google and they look up, I think my Boston Terrier's got a star or a pink eye. I want to be found for that keyword, because those are long tail keywords, are less competitive. But to do that, I've got to have an image for that. So even though I won't put a picture of a Boston Terrier with a pink eye, I will put a picture of a Boston Terrier on the page. So can you see, I'm planning all of these 200 pages, and for that I need at least 50 images cropped and fiddled with, etc. So I plan my images ahead based on keywords or related topics. So in this case, it's just simply Boston Terrier. I then go and download my images from the free image sites, and I put them all in a folder, all 50 of them in a pile. Okay, I then take those images and crop and create them to the, if I'm making banners through Canva, Photoshop, Illustrator, Microsoft Image, I also use the resizing. All of this I do in one kind of process. In some cases I don't need to, because they're already small, so I don't need to compress them. But in other cases I need to, I've got no idea, put a frame around them or crop off, I don't know, the auntie's hand, whatever it is. Okay, so once I've done all of that, I've now got better sized fixed images, compressed or cropped to the sizes or the general size. I normally put them all in as a full page size. Okay, then once I'm happy with my images, I then go in and recrop them all to half page and quarter page half page and quarter page here. So now I've basically got 3 images for each image. So now I've got 150 images. And then I process those to make sure they're all small, compressed, and usable. And then I just leave that in a file as resized images. And then when, if and when, I need them to use them, I then choose the image I need and I retitle it per the keyword of that page I'm busy with that day. And I do the meta details, I rename them, I double check it's all correct, and I upload that to my site and publish it on the page straight away. So, I try and keep it, this original image planning, 40 images times by 3 is a lot of work. But if you do all that work in one shot, next week you have to write another article on should I buy a Boston Terrier from a puppy shop, from a pet shop? Yes or no? Obviously it's preferably no, it depends on a whole lot of factors, but generally speaking, the puppy mills supply pet shops, and they're normally poorly bred, with bad and whatever. So the answer is no, but I'd write an article about that, I'll research it, but in truth I'd go through my images and look for the one that looks like a puppy the most likely, and there will be puppy ones in there because I looked up 50 Boston Terrier pictures, some of them are little baby ones. I'd take that puppy image and I put it in as a full page, half page, third page, or whatever, or even the 3 puppy images that I've got, and mix all 3 onto that page, and only then would I then do the meta details, because I don't want to do this hard work. But either way, it means I don't have to think about images for all of this work when I'm publishing a page. Then I can just, the writing of the page, take an hour, whatever it takes, 15 minutes to an hour. If it's stuff that's in my head, pretty much within an hour, and then I admit that I lose interest. So, if I can just put the images up quick without the schlep, I'm happy to. And that's where the me keep telling you, do as I say, don't do as I do, comes, because I get lazy myself, and I end up putting images up that are named ABC 124 GP 323 December 2017. Hello, what kind of image is that? So that's it, 7 minutes to say this is how it works. I'm gonna now go and show you a summary of what I do, and kind of click it through. Remember, what I've done though is pretty much shown up in here in the resizing or whatever. I'm just going to do this as another shortcut video for people at the end, for those that didn't want to watch all the rest. Okay, cool, cheers.